So today, just 2 blocks we will need. And just sitting on the, or I like to sit on something higher, whatever you'd like to do. Just cross-legged sit and yes.
I'm going to mute now so you don't hear me cough or.
Yes, and cross-legged seat. And if you'd like to have a prop underneath you, and just to sit comfortably for a moment. And then closing the eyes, you can release hands on your knees or on your thighs, just wherever they land. And then taking a couple deep breaths in and out, letting the air flow in through the nostrils, all the way down to the belly. And exhaling the same way out, belly, all the way up through the nostrils out. And just to arrive here in the now. Feeling present with your breath. So today, I'd like to, kind of the season or the end of the year of wishes. So that's kind of what I was thinking to bring in for today. Do you know that in almost every tradition, new worlds are brought into being through the power of sound? First was the word. Even the Big Bang seemed to corroborate this theory. Light and sound are closely related. Light is the subtle vibratory awareness. Sound is the resonance that pulsates outward from that awareness into manifestation. As we are in the season of wishes, it strikes me that the whispered utterance of what we desire might be amplified tenfold by the light energy that is available to all of us right now. May we listen deeply to the truths longing to be revealed and sung aloud within us. May we understand that our deepest truths always resonate with the truths that serve the world. May the wishes we speak aloud at this time be crafted from the heart's knowing. May they serve the beating of the heart of all that is and all that is unfolding in this amazing time. And so with that, we're going to play today with our moving metaphor, moving meditation. So on the next inhale, just bringing the palms together at the center of the heart and creating the Padma, the lotus flower, just touching lightly pinky fingers and the thumbs. And the rest of the fingers are opening, creating that lotus flower. And then you can inhale in and think of a wish you'd like to wish for yourself or whomever comes to your mind. And just whispering that wish into that flower we created. And then on the next inhale, rising that Padma flower up over the head. And just dispersing it into the universe, opening the arms. And until they touch, the fingers touch the ground. And then we're going to play with, you can flutter the eyes open just to see me. We're going to play with this mantra. So it's the Tibetan mantra, Om Aham. which is the mantra for peace. So with our moving meditation, it's gonna be opening the arms, inhaling, touching the crown of the head, touching the throat, and hum, touching lightly your heart. And we'll do this 3 times, and we can do it together. Inhale in. Om. And just touching the fingers lightly, the ground. And one more time. Inhale. Om. Om. And again, opening the arms, touching the fingers alongside you. One last time. Inhale. Om. And just letting that vibration pulsing through you and through you to the world. And then slowly again, fingers can touch the ground alongside you. And then on the next inhale, rising the right arm up and overhead. And just a slight side stretch here. You can press the other hand or fingers into the ground, looking underneath the shoulder, and pressing the left hip into the earth. And then slowly release, coming back through center, moving to the other side. Left arm is up and overhead, moving towards the right. Looking underneath the shoulder, again pressing the hand or fingers and the right hip into the ground more. Opening that side gate, that left side gate of the heart. And then slowly releasing back through center. Just releasing the prop from underneath you and coming very slowly, soles of the feet. First down, bending the knees, opening the arms forward, and then slowly just lying down on your back. We're just gonna start here today. So first, just lifting the right leg up towards the ceiling. And for a moment, imagining like the sole of the foot that's your right ear, kind of listening to universe. What is it here to tell you? Listening deeply. Maybe something's gonna come. And then slowly start rotating that leg, just first making small circles with the leg. And then expanding the circles, making them bigger and bigger. We're actually going more for a spiral here. Yeah. You can be very gentle yourself. Go slow. And then going the opposite direction as well. First starting smaller circles and then expanding them bigger and bigger. Yeah. And then bending the knee, bringing the knee more towards your right armpit. So into this version of half happy baby. Either the hands or forearms can hold the leg closer to your chest. Or if you'd like to hold outer edge of the foot with your right hand, you can as well, either whichever works for you. And maybe the other hand lands on your hip just to ground it down. And taking a couple deep breaths here. And then slowly from here, bringing the right ankle over the left knee. So the pigeon of the half pigeon on the back, flexing the feet and either staying here, grounding the hips into the mat, or lifting the left leg up towards your chest, threading the hands underneath the thigh, clasping it under behind the thigh, and just hold it close here towards your chest. And maybe staying here, slightly pressing into your right inner thigh. Or maybe lifting the left leg up towards the ceiling. And flexing the foot, maybe rotating that left foot again in a circular motion. Lots of circles today. Yeah. And then slowly from here, just releasing down, left sole of the foot down, releasing both feet to earth. And you can just sway the legs, the knees from side to side, just for a moment, kind of releasing any tensions here. And then coming back through to center, lifting the left leg up towards the ceiling. And again, just a moment of stillness here, imagining the left ear is on the sole of your left foot, reaching high, listening to the universe. What wise words it has for you. It might say, take it easy, or something else. I don't know. Usually something comes. And then slowly again, start moving the leg in a circular motion. First, small circles. And then expanding them, moving again in that spiral, making the circles bigger and bigger, kind of like a ripple, circles in the water. And then you can go the other direction. So first small circles here, and then expanding them and bigger ones. And then bending the knee. Again, coming to a happy baby on that left side, left knee towards your left armpit, whichever version you took on the other side, either holding it underneath the thigh, or if you like the version with the hand on your outer edge of the left foot. They're both great. And also every day is different, right? Sometimes we feel one is better than the other for us. The other hand can land on the right hip just to ground it a little more. And taking a couple expansive breaths here. All the way down to the belly, to the pelvis. And then slowly from here, moving that ankle over your right knee, And again, whichever version you took, either staying here or lifting the right leg up more towards your chest and threading the hands underneath, clasping behind that right thigh, just holding here, or the last version is to lift the leg up towards the ceiling, the right leg up. Yeah, and taking a couple deep breaths here for a moment. Breathing some softness into that left hip that's opening. One more deep breath in. And then slowly releasing the right sole of the foot down and the left as well. And again, you can windshield wiper the legs, the knees from side to side for a moment. And then bending the knees, bringing them towards your chest and rocking back and forth until we come all the way to the seated pose and coming to your hands and knees just for a couple cats and cows to start. So inhale, dropping the belly and rising the heart and the head. And exhale, pressing the floor away, rounding the back. Yeah. And 2 more times like this. You can go on your own. Actually feels better today. Yesterday, I pinched a nerve underneath my shoulder blade. It was kind of, I taught 2 classes and it was no fun. Today feels good, or much better. The rest helped in the evening. All right, coming to a neutral spine here. And on the next inhale, just lifting the legs, the knees up. So we're coming to a plank pose from here. We're gonna come to this version I have of the vinyasa today. So on the next inhale, just rising the right leg up of the floor a couple inches, a little core work, and then letting the toes back down, lifting the left leg up of the floor, holding the core back down, and then dropping the knees. Dropping the knees, coming to hands and knees, and then chin, chest, knees, coming down all the way to prostration here. And bringing the fingertips outside of the mat, so a little bit wider here, into this version of the cobra, and lifting through the center, your torso and your head up, and then bringing your right ear to the ground. And this is going to be kind of a move. We're going to be moving here. So lifting through the center, again, back up, torso and head, the left ear to the ground. Very nice. And then lifting again through the center. And then imagining you have a star in between your eyebrows that's shining through. And then letting the star touching the mat, coming down. Then again, lifting through the center, torso and the head. And then this time the star from your forehead's coming down to your heart. And then laying back down, forehead down, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, rising back up, either mini cobra or upper facing dog. And then slowly coming back down to a child's pose. And just release, taking a couple deep breaths here. Inhale through the nostrils in. Exhale, either throughout the mouth or nostrils. Just a little sigh, maybe to release. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale out. One last time. Inhale in. Exhale out. And on the next inhale, rising vertebra by vertebra all the way up to sitting. And then staying here for a moment, if it's comfortable for you to stay sitting on your heels. If not, you can bring the block or two in between your ankles to sit on them. Because in this moment, we're gonna do the little moving meditation we started with. We're always gonna come here to that. So on the next inhale, just bringing the hands together at the center of the heart in that Padma flower. And then again, closing the eyes, taking one deep inhale, and just thinking of a wish you'd like to wish to yourself or someone else. Just whispering it into that flower, into the center of your heart. And then offering it up over the head, dispersing it through the universe, opening the arms. I believe that wishes for us are also wishes to all, right? And then grounding down, touching the fingertips alongside you. Or actually, let's do a slight back bend here. So bringing the hands behind you and either just lifting the chest, or you can lift chest and the hips as well. And then slowly coming forward, hands forward, tucking the toes under, stepping back to downward facing dog. If you have the prop, just releasing it. We actually will need the blocks in front of the mat, in the front of the mat, but we can put them there later. So just for the first down dog, you can pedal the feet or however you'd like to move at this moment, maybe releasing the head, shaking it yes and no. You're in a circular motion as we did, doing lots of circles today. And then just taking a couple deep breaths into the stillness of the pose. Through the nostrils in and exhale, either throughout the mouth, making a sigh, or through the nostrils again. And 2 more times. The last one. And then on the next inhale, bending the knees and stepping forward to the front edge of the mat in a forward fold, Uttanasana. And just swaying from side to side, or maybe bending one knee, the other. It's kind of the recess pose, so whatever you'd like to do here. And then on the next inhale, hands to shins, butt back. Exhale, releasing down. And then inhale, rising the arms up and overhead, pressing the palms together at the center of the heart. Yeah, and swaying from side to side and front to back, just to finding your center. To staying here for a moment. And then on the next inhale, bringing more weight onto your right leg, right foot. Fluttering the eyes open, looking on something that's not moving in front of you, and lifting the left leg towards your chest, flexing the foot here, just a little balance. And then a little seesaw down. We can go through warrior 3 first, and then releasing the hands down. The left leg is back, releasing the left knee on top of the foot down. And if you'd like, for the low lunge, something underneath your knees, you can put a blanket or something soft. And then having the blocks handy, we're gonna play with them a little bit alongside, or they can be on the mat, kind of framing your front foot. On the next inhale, bringing the hands, clasp of the hands onto your thigh, just to I forgot all my words suddenly. Just to square the hips and then slowly melting them down, rising the arms up and overhead. Well, that happens. All right, one more inhale in, just lifting through the navel and the heart, looking up towards the sky. And then slowly releasing both hands down to the blocks. So the blocks are more underneath your shoulders. And then from here, they can be either on the highest height or second lowest. On the next inhale, rising the left arm up and overhead. And just the side stretch we started with, looking underneath the shoulders, can press the other hand into the block. Looking, spiraling the heart open, looking underneath. And then slowly releasing the hand down to the block, rising the other arm up and overhead. Yeah, very nice. Inhale. And exhale, releasing down. Slowly from here, start straightening the front knee. And then the toes are facing the ceiling. And you can bring the blocks with you if you'd like to have them be supported here. So they're again more underneath the shoulders in whatever height is good for you. And then for the hamstring, so we don't pull it too much, you can micro bend the knee if that works for you better. For me, it does, but everyone's different. On the next inhale, lengthening the spine, and exhale, bowing down over the knee. And just a couple pulses like that. Inhale, and then exhale, bowing down. And one last time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen down. And just staying here for a couple breaths. Sending some loving breaths into that hamstring stretch. And then slowly on the next inhale, lifting halfway up and then turning the toes to the right side, more to the right side. If you're on the blocks, you can bring the blocks with you, just kind of more framing the foot. So we are facing the diagonal more to the right. So it's a little, this version of the hamstring stretch. Yeah, taking one deep breath here. And then slowly turning those toes back up. So coming to the center, you can bring those blocks more to the front edge of the mat, stepping back to the sole of the foot. And then stepping back onto your hands first, tucking the back toes under, lifting the knee, and then see if you can lift the right leg up and back, three-legged dog here. And then bending the knee and just making a couple circles. Again, you can go slow from small circles to expanding to larger circles a couple times. And then slowly straightening the right leg back and stepping it again forward, more to the right side of the mat here this time. Releasing the left knee down again and bringing both hands inside the foot. And again, you can be on the fingertips or on the blocks that we have handy here. Yeah. And then opening the knee slightly to the side. So coming to the outer edge of the right foot, opening the knee only as far as is kind of comfortable. And then from here, coming to just the left hand here, you can either stay here, or if you would like to open a little bit, you can bring the right hand on your ear, just for a little twist and open. And then slowly releasing the hand back down, stepping back. And just the variation of a lizard pose. You can be on the blocks, bringing them more, either staying here on the blocks, or you can release the forearms on the blocks if that's good for you too. Just for a moment, taking a couple deep breaths here, hands or forearms. One more deep breath here. And then slowly from here, coming back up, framing the foot again, tucking the back toes under. You can release the blocks more to the front edge of the mat, or the front edge of the mat. So just kind of have them handy, and then making a couple hops. So we will straighten we kind of come to a pyramid pose and straighten the right knee here. And if you have the blocks, you can again come to the blocks. Yeah, on the highest height. This kind of feels good to me. I mean, I don't know, everyone's different. And then from here, I'm gonna come to a half split. It can be again on the blocks. So bringing the blocks in front, the front edge of the mat, and then stepping all the way and lifting the left leg up towards the sky. And then just here, one breath, and then touching the big toes, forward fold, releasing down, bending the belly on the thighs. You can maybe pedal the feet. Yeah, sway from side to side or head, again in the circular motion. And then on the next inhale, hands to shins, butt back. Exhale, release down. Inhale, rising the arms up and overhead, pressing the palms together at the center of the heart. Very nice. So this is our half. We're gonna come to the peak pose on this first side, which is what we did on the back. So ankle over the knee. So on the next inhale, just bringing more weight onto your left foot, looking forward, and again, bringing the right knee towards your chest, and then bringing right ankle over your left knee, and then sitting down like you're in a chair pose, bringing the palms together at the center of the heart. Very good, Mary. Very nice. And then from here, either staying here, or you can come down to those blocks, shifting the gaze. So bringing the hands onto the blocks and staying here, supported. Or if you'd like to stay in that prayer variation, you can release the forearms onto the shin and staying in that balance pose, whichever one feels good. So one more deep breath in. Exhale, and then slowly start pressing back up. Ooh, knee to chest and release. Woohoo! Very good. And then shake it off. Little hula hoopasana. Yay. Very good. And the other way. Okay, very good. We're gonna come down, rising the arms up and overhead, releasing through the center, forward fold. Bringing the legs back, coming to a plank pose. And we're gonna move through the vinyasa, kind of I created. So first lifting the right leg up a couple inches off the mat, then releasing down, lifting the left leg up. Ooh, three-legged plank. Back down, then releasing the knees. Ooh, coming to hands and knees, and then chin, chest, knees down, and then releasing all the way down, prostration. You can bring the fingertips outside of the mat again, rising through the torso and the head, And then releasing right ear to the ground. Yeah, on the next inhale, through the center, rising back up. Exhale, releasing left ear to the ground. And then coming back up through the torso and the head, and imagining the star in your forehead shining through, and then touching the star to the mat. Inhale, rising back up. The star is flowing all the way down to your heart. And then slowly again bowing down, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, rising back up, either mini cobra or upper facing dog. And then slowly back down to child's pose. You can release here for a couple breaths. Inhale and exhale. 2 more times like that. Inhale in. Exhale down. One last time. And then slowly on the next inhale, vertebra by vertebra, rising back up to sitting. On the heels, again, we're gonna move through the moving metaphor. So if you'd like to put something to sit on in between your legs, in between your ankles, you can. And then slowly bringing the hands together in that Padma mudra we started with. And then thinking of a wish for yourself or a loved one or someone whoever comes to your mind. And then whispering that wish into your hands. And then slowly rising it up and overhead, offering it to a higher purpose. And then dispersing it through the universe, opening the arms, and then touching the fingers to the ground. And bringing the hands behind you, and again lifting either just through the heart or both hips and the heart, looking up. And then exhale, releasing back down, bringing the hands forward, tucking toes under, stepping back to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And just pedaling the feet a couple times, and then coming to a stillness, pressing the hips a little higher, looking if your heels are not peaking. And if they do, just make them parallel. Your feet parallel. And then pressing more into the first knuckle of your pointer and the thumb. Shoulders away from the ears. Shaking the head in a circular motion. Maybe taking a couple of breaths here to arrive. And then slowly bending the knees and stepping forward to the front edge of the mat. On the next inhale, hands to shins, halfway up. Exhale, release. Inhale, rising the arms up and overhead, pressing palms together at the center of the heart. And again, we can sway from side to side, front and back, just to arrive at our center. And then slowly from here, you can flutter the eyes open, looking forward. And then this time bringing the weight onto your left leg more, rising the right knee towards the chest, flexing the foot. And then again, our seesaw swing here. So coming through the warrior 3, pressing the leg back. Both hips are parallel or straight. And then slowly releasing down, first hands, and then right foot, and then right knee and top of the foot down, coming to that low lunge, bringing those blocks, again, framing the foot so we have them handy on whichever height is good for you. And then first, again, framing, bringing the hips square, bringing clasp of the hands on top of the thigh. Yeah, and just making yourself tall here. And then slowly on the exhale, melting the hips forward, rising the arms up and overhead, a low lunge. One more inhale here. And then exhale, releasing the hands down. And again, a little side stretches here. The next inhale, rising the right arm up and overhead, pressing the other hand more into the block, looking underneath the shoulder, spiraling the heart open. Inhale, and then exhale, releasing into the block and the other way. Left arm up and overhead. Again, looking underneath the shoulder. One more breath. And exhale, release down. And then from here, again, start straightening the left knee. The toes are facing towards the ceiling. You can bring the blocks with you if you'd like, or if you'd like to be on the mat, whichever version works for you. Slowly start straightening the spine here. You can micro bend the knee if the hamstrings are tight, squaring the hips, and on the exhale, bowing down over the knee. So a couple pulses like that. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale. Lift. Exhale, deepen down. And then just staying here, one more breath. And then slowly lifting halfway up, and then bringing those toes facing to the left a little bit. So it's a little more a diagonal stretch here. You can bring the blocks with you again to frame the foot a little better. And just staying here in this version of a hamstring stretch. One more inhale. And then exhale, bringing those toes back up through the center, sole of the foot down. You can bring those blocks with you. Bringing hands down, framing the foot, tucking the back toes under, lifting the back knee, and stepping the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. You can bend the knee again and making a couple circles, maybe from smaller ones to a bigger to expand. Yeah. And then lifting the left leg up and back, bending the knee and stepping it forward, this time more to the left side of the mat, bringing both hands inside, and then releasing the knee and top of the foot down. And then again, either staying here or whichever variation you did on the other side, or the blocks. I kind of, for today, I like the blocks, but whatever works for you. And then slightly start opening that left knee to the side, coming to the outer edge of the foot. And you can stay here, or if you'd like to, I like to open sometimes. I actually can't do on this side because of the injury I have, but it would be the left hand on your ear. And I'm gonna do this instead. One more inhale here in whichever variation you do. And then slowly coming back, bringing the knee towards your shoulder. And then staying here for a moment in the lizard pose. So you can stay on the blocks or just hands on the mat. Or if you'd like to bring hands on the block, or forearms on the block. That's also kind of a nice version here for the lizard. And then just pressing the knee to the shoulder, shoulder to the knee. And taking a couple breaths here in this stillness. And then on the next inhale, slowly start pressing yourself up. You can bring the blocks kind of to the front of the mat. And tucking the toes, back toes under, and start straightening the front knee. You can hop the back foot a little forward and come to your blocks, either highest height or second highest in this version of the pyramid pose, trying to square the hips, bringing that right, the femur bone coming more into that socket of the hip socket. I mean, it's already there, but it's just that feeling. Yeah. And one more inhale here. And then slowly from here, rebending that front knee. And we're gonna hop a little even more forward, lifting the right leg up. You can bring hands or fingertips down to the mat, lifting the right leg up. The left foot is touching the earth and the right, the heavens, right? And then slowly releasing the foot. Big toes are touching, forward fold, Uttanasana. Yeah. Taking a couple deep breaths here. You can pedal the feet and shake it. Yes and no. You can bring those both blocks in the front of the mat. And then halfway up, bringing hands to shins. Inhale, exhale, releasing down. Inhale, rising the arms up and overhead, pressing the palms together at the center of the heart. Tadasana. Staying here for a moment. And arriving at your center. And then fluttering the eyes open. And then this time, bringing the weight a little more onto your right leg. Lifting the left knee towards the chest. And then bringing the left ankle over your right knee, sitting down in this version of a chair pose. And either staying here, pressing the palms together here in a balance, or if you'd like to release the hands down, shifting the gaze to the ground and staying in this version of the pose. It's kind of a little deeper one for the opening of the knee. We're really opening a lot today. So whichever one, or it can be the balance for arms on the shin. Whichever one you'd like to do. Staying here for 2-3 breaths. And then on the next inhale, as gracefully you came in, you come out. Bringing the knee towards the chest and then release down, maybe shaking the legs. And then that little circling motion, the hula hoop asana. Caroline's hula hoop asana. I totally have to tell her. I didn't tell her. I stole that and I'm using it. All right, and then we kind of come down from here. Yay, we did it. Next inhale, rising the arms up and overhead and through the center, lowering all the way down. Forward fold first. Inhale, hands to shins. Halfway up. exhale, release down. And just the last vinyasa here. So pressing, coming back to a plank pose, shoulders over the wrist. And then first lifting the right leg up and back, couple inches, lowering down, left leg up, back, lowering down, then releasing the knees down, hands and knees, and then knees, chest, chin, releasing all the way down, prostration. The fingertips are framing the mat here, and raising the chest and the head, releasing the right ear to the ground. A little deep listening here of the earth, right, of Mother Earth, and then slowly through the center, rising back up, and then left ear to the ground. And then lifting back up, and then imagining that beautiful star in the center of your forehead, and then slowly releasing, touching the star with the earth, rising back up, imagining the star is following her way all the way to your heart. And then lowering back down, touching down to the mat, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, rising back up, mini cobra or upper facing dog, and then slowly back to child's pose. And again, taking a couple deep breaths here. And here, if you'd like to release the hands on your feet, just to coil in, come back to home. That's kind of a nice way of doing it, whatever feels good right now. And then after the next inhale, again, rising vertebra by vertebra, all the way up to sitting. And bringing the legs forward, we're gonna come down, scooching forward to the, we are sitting in the middle of the mat, bringing the soles of the feet down. So actually first coming down here to Paschimottanasana. So bringing the hands alongside the hips and lifting the spine really tall. And you can even massage the legs first. That's kind of a nice way to release. And then slowly from here, bowing down. So lengthening the spine. And then on the every exhale, bowing down over the legs. A couple times like that. Inhale, lengthening towards your toes. Bowing down over the knees. Whatever you can hold here, shins or ankles or outsides of the feet. And just bowing down over the legs. With every exhale, going a little deeper. And just staying here for a couple breaths. And a little stillness point we found again. Sending some loving breaths into your lower back, to your legs. They carry us every day. And then on the next inhale, just with a round spine, rising back up to sitting. Then bending the knees, bringing the arms forward again as we did in the beginning, slowly lowering all the way down, vertebra by vertebra. until we lie down on the back, bringing the heels a little closer to your hips. And we're gonna play with the 3 rolling bridges here. But every time on the exhale, we're gonna go with that mantra, Om Aham, touching the crown of your head, the throat, and the heart, and then releasing the arms down. So I'll just guide you on the inhale, rising the legs, rising the hips high up, pressing into the feet, rising the arms up and overhead. Exhale, Om. Aham. Releasing the hips down. And the hands down. 2 more times. Inhale. Hips high up. Arms up and overhead. Exhale. Om. Aham. Releasing the hips down. And last time. Inhale. Hips high up. Arms up and overhead. Exhale. Om. Aham. And the hips down. And slowly releasing here. And then bringing the knees towards your chest, making a couple circles here with your sacrum. One direction and then the opposite. Bringing the knees towards your armpits, coming to a happy baby pose as we did in the beginning. We just did the halves. Now we're doing the full one. So if you'd like to hold outsides of the feet, or you like the forearms underneath your thighs, whichever version, maybe swing from side to side, whatever works for you. And then a last pose before Shavasana. I would like us to come to a fish pose, if that's good for you. So pressing the tops of the feet forward and then coming to your elbows. And if you'd like to take it with your blocks supported, you can. So it can be the one block can be on kind of that narrow part in between your shoulder blades. And then the other one kind of the same, or it can be the, yeah, actually, let's see. Yeah, it would be on the lowest height. And then releasing the arms alongside your torso, pressing the toes forward, and just staying here in this kind of restorative version that actually feels good, better. Just for a couple breaths. And I kind of leave it up to you. You can take 3 to 5 breaths here. And whenever you're ready, just releasing down, all the way down to Shavasana. And then whenever you're ready, You can come all the way down. Just taking a couple deep breaths here. And then releasing the movement and the thoughts. And last, releasing the breath. Letting the body brave you. And the earth support you. Let yourself be held. May your wishes be born of the deepest kind of listening. May they come true. May they resound throughout the universe as a gift to all. So slowly start deepening your breath, inviting some small movements into your body, moving your fingers and toes. And then waking up your body a little more. Little deeper breaths, inviting in, and then some deeper stretches. Maybe arms overhead, legs the opposite direction. And then moving on to your right side, bending the knees, just coming into that fetal position we all come from. Letting yourself be held for a moment. And then slowly, with the deepest gentleness and love for yourself, start pressing up into whatever seated pose you like to close in. Pressing palms together at the center of the heart. And again, we'll take 3 deep breaths in together. 1 deep breath in. Gratitude for yourself, for showing up today and every day for yourself. Exhale. 1 deep breath in for all your loved ones, family, guides, and teachers in your life. Say thank you. Exhale. And 1 deep breath in for all beings. May they be happy, healthy, and protected. May they be at peace. Exhale. And to that and the light within, namaste. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, Mary.